Fortune favors the bold. Even during the season of misfortune, the bold found ways to win. The bold found opportunity. The bold snuck their way into matches. The bold discovered secrets. The bold outlasted, and the bold find themselves face to face with the crop keepers in an attempt to dethrone them from the top spot. Who will fortune favor, and who is bold enough to become the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Tag Team Champions? Crop Keepers, Teacher's Aid, Christmas Movie, Feathered Fashion, Record Deal, Gold Team, Rabbit Tricked, Game Theory, Robo Research, Let Him Live, Music Composition, Killer Killer, Outdoor View, Polarized Pink, The Supply. Fortune favors the bold. But who will win the gold? Well, let's do it. You saw the intro. You know who's here. The titles have been on the crop keepers the whole season and they have not had an opportunity to defend. But today, they must. Today, it's time for the tag team finale of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. It was a season of misfortune. We still have some misfortune perks creeping up over here, but without further ado, I think it's time to find out just who's gonna walk out as tag team champions. And before we go, let's just take a little reminder, take a little second to remember, Ticket to Paradise is this weekend. It probably won't be a 1, it'll probably be closer to normal upload time, but it is indeed this weekend. So get ready for it, get steady for it, enjoy your spaghetti for it, because it is going to be glorious. Saturday night, Saturday evening, afternoon, wherever you're from, get excited, get ready, Ticket to Paradise. But as all the AWE championships will be on the line, then the OC Tag Team Championships are on the line now. And we've already seen everybody who's here, but one more again, just for good measure. We got the champs, the crop keepers, Rosaka, Felix, Teacher's Aid, JFJ, and Melody, Christmas Movie, Alex, and Anderson. Feathered Fashion, Nico, and Natasha, Record Deal, Mayu, and Romaz. Gold Team, because Gold Team rules, Kagami and AB. Rabbit Trick, Hiriko, Game Theory, Mimi and Natsuki, Robo Research, Ryu, and Randobot, Let Him Lin. David and Lynn. Hey, Music Composition, Minata and Nayuki. Killer Killer, Shush, and Delta. Outdoor Funeral, Misaki and Tsuchiki. Polarized Pink put in via the secret episode, Ben and Owen. And lastly, via the free-for-all, Don got Yoko into this matchup, and the Supplier, the team known as the Supplier, are here as well. And live chat, just how do you do? Is it a big fight feel? You know what I feel like. It is indeed a fight feel, to say the least. Make your picks first, second, and third. Which team do you think is going to walk out of here as Tag Team OC Champion? I'm gonna make my picks. You guys, you can make them too, I suppose. Go ahead, do it first, second, third. In the comments, go ahead and do it too if you have not. If you are not watching with the liveness, with the readiness, go ahead down there and make them. I'm gonna make them as well. For first, I'm gonna take the Crop Keepers. I feel like they're just gonna, from start to finish, hold on to those titles, and I think it's gonna be impressive, and I think it's gonna be one of those moments where it's like, you know what? Mayhaps. Second place, you can't really root against Romaz. Romaz is one of the greatest of all time in tag team action, OC tag team action rather, so I'm gonna root for Record Deal for second. And for third, I gotta take Gold Team, because Gold Team rules. But that's our intro. And I think we're just ready to start. Is this one going to be a little bit wild and crazy? Well, kids, yeah, it will be. But that don't mean that we can't start this bad boy. Crop Keepers, Teacher's Aid, Christmas Movie, Feathered Fashion, Record Deal, Gold Team, Rapid Trick, Game Theory, Robo Research, Let Him Lin, Music Composition, Killer Killer, Outdoor Funeral, Polarized Pink, and The Supplier are all here, looking for the gold, looking to win this one, and we're about to find out who will win this one. Are you ready? Remember, the top 6 teams all go to that season 14 tag team premiere, but for right now, we proceed. And the Hornbearers are doing Hornbearer things. What are Hornbearer things, you might ask? Well, one of them is pretty obvious, live chat. I think you know, they just sound the horns. Oh my goodness. How fantastic. But we have to keep on going. This is a big fight field. This is championship action. And Ryu starts with a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Lin does the same thing, but I'll be frank, I'm pretty sure everyone's hoping we see some tables break. Minata wonders if she was created for this very reason. Felix uses the title belt to hit Nayuki from behind, leaving her dazed. Yoko spots something shiny in the distance. Anderson kills Nico in front of Natasha. Natasha rushes to help, but it's already too late. Rest in peace to Nico. Natasha's all alone. Ben just wants it to end already. Kagami won't die like the others. Owen confuses Ben for Misaki, so much so that they've mismatched themselves to the wrong team. Owen's all alone. Alex uses a mysterious gas to knock out Don and his own partner Anderson and has a dust collar on him. That don't sound like a good plan, but Mayu tries to kill Delta, but Delta retaliates and kills her instead. Delta is now looking out only for himself. I find my climate change remote. Thank goodness! I've been looking everywhere for it. Melody accepts her shadow as Melody and gains the power persona. David sneaks up on Shoes, but Shoes has known that he's been followed for ages now and is able to counterattack and kill David. Rest in peace. Now Lin carries on for Let Him Lin. Dawn trips and falls in a really bad way, breaking her neck. Romas put a dot collar on Gentleman Thomas while he's asleep. That's why he was my pick. Natasha just wanted to end already. Gentleman Thomas really doesn't want to, but finds having to get rid of Buff Santa. No. And that's why we hate Gentleman Thomas. Is this episode just about to be more Gentleman Thomas slander? I don't need to do anything to slander him because he's just a bad guy. The Archon Tree, Grip Potential, and Mimi grant her a cryovision. Tsuchiki keeps on a brave face for everyone's sake because they're now a trio. Who would have thunk? Oh dope, Natsuki just found a fishing rod, now she can catch all the fish. Miyuki using mysterious gas to knock out half of the tag team champions and Felix, and me. Death collars on the both of us. Rosaka stares into the distance. JFJ knocks out Yoko in a fist fight. There's a lot of death collars in play. Honestly, probably enough for a majority vote. But Hiriko has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Randobot is ready to defend their friends, and Misaki doesn't care much for this place. 5 of our 30 are gone. 25 remain. A sixth of the competition has perished on this day. On this day! But no team's completely out after this. Saddest of all moments. 4. Nico, Mayu, David, Dawn, Alex. And always keep in mind this is Ordeal, so we could see ghosts, we could see revivals, we could see zombies, we could see a lot of things happening. Will those things happen though? That's the real question. Well, I think we gotta find out. I think we gotta proceed. I think we gotta do this. Shall we do it? Yeah, let's do it. I think it'd be pretty cool if we just did it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it to it, as the kids say. Next round. We see Mimi creates an ice sculpture in the shape of Natsuki Melody. uses their persona and uses Garu. The sudden gust of wind dazes Gentleman Thomas. Anderson tries to rip the death collar off, but he did no damage. Delta trips and falls into Ben, sending them both careening off of a cliff. However, Delta somehow trips on the way down as well, and his fall is broken, but Ben is just broken. Rest in peace to Ben. Yoka finds a dapper suit and puts it on. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of perishing going on there. Minata is ready to give it her all to best every other creation. Rando has found a table as well. Tsuchiki is proud to be the leader of Outdoor Funeral. Well, alright, Natasha just wanted to end already. Lin, Hiriko, Randobot, and Ryu all set up their tables, getting into an all-out brawl. Lin has the power to chokeslam Hiriko, Randobot, and Ryu through tables. Randobot and Ryu both fell victim to tables. How unfortunate. Dark energy swirls around Mayu's body. Mayu's now back as a ghost, but Shoosh and Delta ambush and kill Gentleman Thomas. Shoosh! Delta, I acknowledge you. JFJ sets down a trap, and Rosaka, the tag team champion, gets caught in it immediately. Something inside of AV snaps. He's now frenzied. Haha. Misaki finds an axe, upping your chance of survival somewhat. Natsuki casts a rod in the river, pulls out a tuna. Someone's eating good tonight. You can't tuna rod, but you can tuna fish. Or something like that. Nayuki puts a duck on Mimi while she's asleep. Kagami is determined to survive this. The Archangel Group and Owen grant him an electro-vision. Romas kills JFJ in front of Melody. There's nothing Melody can do. And Felix attacks Minata from behind, getting rid of her. We lost quite a few this round. And we had one return from the grave via ghosty shenanigans. And that's why I always say, it ain't over until it's all over for anybody. Because that could happen to anybody else too. Regardless though, it's still the saddest of all moments. 4. Ben, Hiriko, Randobot, Ryu, Gentleman, nah, JFJ, Minata. You know the beef is real when even I respect JFJ enough to say JFJ's name. Do I acknowledge JFJ? No, I don't acknowledge JFJ. But you know, respect. Respect JFJ. I have no respect for that other fiend who died right next to him. But we still have 18 people left. 8 more into your saving grace picks. And remember, your top 16s all go to that season 14 premiere. So, let's see how this unfolds. Let's see exactly what happens. Let's see who will walk out as tag team champions. Let's click the next round. Let's see how this unfolds. No, gold team! Oh, they rule though! Tsuchiki ambushes Kagami and AV, slaughtering them both. Melody has a blank expression, seems unresponsive to what's going on. Felix duels now with Mimi. Mimi bites the dust. There's a lot of perishing happening as Misaki sneaks up on Shoosh. Shoosh has known that they were followed for ages now and is kind of able to counterattack and kill Misaki. Yoko remembers how much she misses Dawn, sobs quietly. Delta trips and falls into Shoes, sending them both careening off of a cliff. Dang. Natsuki gains a power persona. Romas jams out to my soundboard as well. You have to remember the soundboard is a revival item, so keep that in mind. Rosaka's trapped, can't do a thing. Lynn sets up her table before grabbing Anderson by the throat, chokeslamming Anderson through a table. Mayu misses being able to have dinner because, well, she's a ghost. Owen summons a shock so powerful it fries Felix alive, and Natasha snaps out of it. It's your top 10. Just like that, we are already at your saving grace picks. Kind of, sort of. We'll see what happens. But more importantly, it is the saddest of all moments. 4. Kagami, Avi, Mimi, Misaki, Shoes, please. Delta, Anderson, Felix. Well, we're down to 10. It's your final 10. When I go through this list, you have to remember, it's still anybody's game. Even the folks who are completely out, it's still anybody's game. So, I'll ask you, just for lulz, just for kicks, Do you need some new picks? Would you like some new picks? I'll even give you some new picks. I'll even let them be known as, your, Saving Grace Picks. Tag Team Agents of Chaos Game Theory look to pick up another victory today, this time Natsuki trying to carry the team. We still have Nayuki. In a little battle between Natsuki and Nayuki, which one will come out on top? Game theory or music composition? Teacher's Aid has lost JFJ, but will Melody carry on for the team again? Did it in the first game this season in Tag Team OC Action. Wants to do it again today, proving 2 wins in 1 season, earns you some Tag Team Champions, earns you some Tag Team Gold without a shadow of a doubt. Let him Lynn. David was out early, but Lynn tries to carry the torch for David, and perhaps even the repairman record deal. Does not have both people technically in, maybe still a ghost, but Roma's rather. In Tag Team OC Action, you can never bank against Roma's. Never count Roma's out. It's a future Hall of Famer in his own right, Nitasha. Feather Fashion, Nitasha. For Niku, who perished first, actually. Perished immediately, Nitasha has found her way into the top 10. All on her lonesome. Can she go on and win the whole thing in a beautiful parallel of last and first that we've seen before? Will it be the supplier? Dawn did all of the work to get Yoko here. Dawn perished early, now Yoko has to return the favor. Can Yoko carry on to at least the top 6, but more importantly, to win to get the titles? But let's talk about the titles themselves. Rosaka and Felix have held them all season. Felix has just perished, but Rosaka tries to carry on for the team. Will Rosaka be able to hold on to that title again? Will Rosaka be able to finish the story just like she started it as Tag Team Champion with Felix? Once again, we'll wait and see. Now, here's an interesting combination. We do technically have 2 members of Outdoor Funeral, Tsuchiki and Owen. However, if Owen wins, that is a win for Polarized Pink. Right now, Owen just has a friend. He's cross-teaming right now. In fact, this perk is probably gonna come back. Mismatch is probably gonna come back, and it's probably just gonna be called cross-teaming. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna workshop that a little bit, but we're gonna see how it goes. Those are all of our competitors. Who do you got? First, second, and third. Make your picks. I'm gonna make mine as well for first. Without a doubt, I gotta stick with my homie, Romaz. I gotta stick with the record deal. I think they're gonna come out on top because you never count out Romaz in the Tag Team Championships. These titles have been around for, what, 3 seasons now? Is it 3? Feels like 3. May have been 4. We had that one at the end of that season. We've had them around for 3 full seasons, including this season, and they were awarded at the end of a 4th season. Every full season that the titles have been in play, Romaz, I believe, has had a hand in those titles except for right now. So I got Romaz for first. Give me Lin for second because let him Lin. And for third, I'm gonna take the OC Tag Team the OC Tag Team Agents of Chaos. I'm gonna take Natsuki. Those are my picks first, second, and third. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this game is on the following action. And the following 10 are doing what they can to try and win for their teams. What will unfold? I don't know, but I can tell you for certain that Natsuki, Nayuki, Melody, Lin, Romaz, Nitasha, Yoko, Rosaka, Tsuchiki, Owen, for the tag team titles with the same heartbeat, the same pulse, the same determination, perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready right now? Are you excited to see how this will unfold? 10 competitors, 1 ghost, and 1 big way to end this as I think we might have just had a ghost round. I for sure clicked next round. Here, let's play around with this for a second. Remember, we got 10 people left. If we click previous round, we're on round 3. Then we click next round. Okay, this round still exists. Let's click next round up here. And now we still have round 4. But it still feels like we skipped a round, because when did Yoko get the scythe? Mayu plays around with her incorporeal body, passing through various objects to pass the time. Romas finds a belt of Pokeballs. Yoko uses uses the scythe that I don't know when she found, opens it with a dimensional rift, Sparta-style kicking Lin into the despair dimension. Romas finds a belt of Pokeballs. Tsuchiki feels horrible for failing Team Rabbit Trick. And when did you join Team Rabbit Trick? Melody wants it to end already. Naoki uses a mysterious gas on Natsuki and Tsuchiki. Death calls on the both of them. See, look, Owen is in a trap. When did that happen? Rosaka's also in a trap and is bleeding out. What? The ghost round is real, you guys. It doesn't even scrap a number. We just have a ghost round. I felt it in my bones. I was like, I click next round. Maybe I'll only click next round at the top. We'll see. We'll see about that. Lin fights for her life. Natasha tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Natsuki steals Natasha's tank. Who did we lose? We lost one person legitimately. I'd like to give them a Claire de Lune. I truly would. Who did we lose? You switched teams. Y'all were already dead. You're still around. Yoko. You're good. And that's a number. You know what? We're just gonna keep going. Because the ghost... Oh, I don't know. We didn't lose anybody, actually. I think nobody died. Maybe this is... It still feels like we missed a round, but nobody died in that round. We just had one person get lost to the despair dimension, and it's Lin. We'll click the next round, and we will see we actually lose a lot of people this time. Well, oh boy. Natasha gains the power of Persona. Melody puts a death collar on Owen, which turns out to be the demise of many. Oh my gosh, Rosaka is still trapped and bleeding out. Lin avoids the dark trees whose branches reach to grab her. Naoki wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. Owen, Natsuki, Natasha, Romas, Yoko, and Tsuchiki are all forced to play the majority game. And I will play the majority game music for a little bit because we're really wildin' now. Tsuchiki received the most votes, but unfortunately was the keymaster. Everyone suffered a gruesome demise. So you have to look at it like this. We have our top 6 teams, but we also have Owen coming back via Mayu, who's teamed up with the fallen Romas. So, and then we have a 1 in 3 shot to get the ghost victory. We'll see. There's a lot of interesting things that are playing out right now. Mayu's possessing Owen in the final 3, which involves Rosaka still champion, no new champ alert, but she's bleeding out. And Melody. Let's see how it goes. Without further ado, first and foremost, it's a terrible turnabout for Naoki, Owen, Natsuki, Natasha, Romas, Yoko, Tsuchiki, Mayu. We had a ghost round, and then we had a ghost come through in the round, and things are just wilding out right now, aren't they? Truly and sincerely, wilding out. Goodness gracious, look at this. The Keymaster, this late in the game. But we have 3-ish teams left. We have Owen from Polarized Pink. We have Rosaka from the Crop Keepers, and we have Melody from Teacher's Aid. If we include the bottom 3, after them we have Tsuchiki, Yoko, and Romas technically making it for their teams. This one doesn't, like, turn too much against, like, what teams make it, because Mayu was teamed up with Romas, so that's still the top 6. However, if Owen wins, we have, like, a ghost champion situation, which we've never had, and we might see it today. 1 in 3 chance that it happens, first and foremost. It's the final 3, technically. And Owen, Rosaka still champion, and Melody are all caught in what we would like to call in our golden times. In a championship episode, it's a golden crisis of fate. Shall we see how this venture comes to a close? I do believe we shall. We also still have Lynn in the Despair Dimension. It is Melody, Owen, and Rosaka, the tag team champion. It very well could end, and it very well does not end yet, but it does leave us with one more thing. As Lynn had the last of her energy sapped by the ominous purple fog, Owen shakes Rosaka's hand, but it was a prank, bro, lightly shocking Rosaka, leaving her dazed as she finally, that in combination with the blood loss in the trap that she was stuck in, does what I honestly didn't think it was gonna do. I thought she was gonna come through and win the whole thing. It is indeed a new champ alert. And Melody is still shell-shocked. It is a shell-shocked Melody versus a possessed Owen. There is a 50-50 chance that we have to make a decision when it comes to a possessed person winning a title. I'm uncertain what's gonna happen, but I can tell you that it's about to be real intense as we hit a terrible turnabout for our Fallen 2. Lynn, Rosaka, and, well, here, let's just talk for a minute, because we gotta talk for a second. So what do you want to talk about? Who will it be? Owen, Melody. Melody won her first game through her own merit this season, and is so close to doing it again. Could walk out and do it for JFJ again, become tag team champion in the process. Will Teacher's Aid find a way? That's very possible. However, on the other side, on the other half, we have what would be a very confusing ending. One that ends in controversy. Owen, who perished, now possessed by Mayu, is in the final 2. There is a 50-50 shot that we see a ghost victory, and we have to note what we do with this. It will be the first instance that we have to note what we do with this. We'll have to make a crunch time decision, but I'm all about these crunch time decisions. So between Owen, Melody, Owen, call it, live chat, who do you got? Melody for Teacher's Aid, or will it be Owen for Polarized Pink? And for one moment, I think we need to talk about it one more again. Ben, Owen's partner, went and possessed Gentleman Thomas to get a second place victory in their OC tag team episode. Is essentially the reverse going to happen, a possessed member of their team getting second in this episode? Will there be a lot of poetry here? There's so many moving parts, so much irony in this one set of 2. I think without further ado, we just gotta find out, so I'll ask you just one more time. Will it be Polarized Pink's Owen? Will it be Teacher's Aid's Melody? I said I'd just ask one more time, and that I did. So next round, we will see that nothing. Owen's on the verge of snapping, and Melody's still shell-shocked, sobbing quietly. Owen can't wait to kill again, but Anderson's back as a ghost. What does this mean? Will some more shenanigans happen? More shenanigans happened! Owen with the power of Electro on the dead body of his ally because he's on the wrong team brings back Misaki. But not for long. Misaki's ready to use that X if she has to. But this does change things a little bit. It changes who's in the top 6. Oh my gosh! Melody puts a death card on Misaki, but Anderson then kills Misaki through ghastly means. Just like that, all of a sudden, Misaki, out of nowhere, with her tag team partner, Tsuchiki. Actually, I think Tsuchiki was also in the top 6, so this doesn't change the top 6 at all. Regardless, we'll give her another Clay Lune. Hit her up with it. Terrible turnabout. It's Misaki. She right there, and she was alive real quick through Electro means, and now she's dead again. we gotta, we gotta go again. With the ghost that is Anderson in play, things go a little crazy, but also look, Randobot is back as a ghost as well. We have two ghosts in play, a possessed Owen, and anything could go on, and as we click next round, it still does not end. The longer this goes on, the more shenanigans can happen, and I'm on the edge of my seat. Melody's on the verge of her nervous breakdown. She needs to snap out of it, because Owen's just staring into the distance. Randobot misses being able to have dinner, and Anderson plays around with his incorporeal body, passing through various things to pass the time. It doesn't end yet! Because Owen is dead, Anderson killed him through ghastly means, and this match would have been over. It would have been over, but the ultimate lucky OC is possessed by Randobot. Randobot is now in control of David's body, giving up their own incorporeal body. David's had enough, and he's now enraged as well, and Melody at the last second snaps out of it. On the edge of our seats are we, huh? Oh my gosh. We still have the same situation now. We have a possessed entity who could win the titles, and Melody who's just trying to survive. Here we go. First and foremost, we'll give a terrible turnabout for Owen Randobot. Y'all, this is crazy. This is wild. This is wild and crazy, kids, but we don't have the end yet. We still have David for Let Him Lin, and we have Melody who is snapping out of it. Same situation, different character. David now, possessed by Randobot, an ally of the Repairman, goes toe-to-toe with Melody, who was shell-shocked for pretty much the whole game. Not the whole game, but for our, most recent of times. Has finally snapped out of it, but is it too little, too late? Let's click next round because we see it ain't over yet. Anderson misses being out of dinner. Melody finds some leather scraps, is now a cave Melody, and Melody waves at David. David chases her around while shaking his fist. We click the next round. It ain't over yet. We see another ghost in play. Melody draws a demon summoning circle, on the ground for fun. Natasha's back as a ghost, and David has a student beam of armor with a gleams with a dazzling shine, rather. Anderson plays around with his incorporeal body, passing through the various things to pass the time. Does it? I think we had a ghost round. So who knows what happened? Nothing yet. I don't think we actually had a ghost round. I think I just misclicked. Melody checks on her summoning circle, and now a demon is here. Natasha missed to be able to have dinner, and David stands proudly in his knight's armor. Anderson still playing around his incorporeal body. Do we have a victor yet? Still no. Oh my gosh. David has found a table that's extremely dangerous. Natasha has found the corpse of Shush, possesses it. Shush is now back, but Shush then perishes via the demon that Melody has. It is now demon versus table. I don't know which one wins in the end, but I'll give it one more terrible turnabout for Natasha and Shush. And we just gotta keep going, because this has been like 8 straight minutes of craziness. Will we have champions? We still will not. Ben is back again as a ghost. Ben, I promise you, I swear to you, don't do what you did before. Don't do what you did the last time you were a ghost, Ben. Don't do it. Melody tries to kill David with the knight's armor, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. David now has Genocide Jack Scissors, and Anderson's still a ghost passing through various times. It is over! As it all ends here, by ghostly Anderson's hands, Anderson kills Melody through ghastly means. What a match! And so, here we stand in what was the most incredible, wishy-washy, backwards, timey-wimey ending. David cleans the blood off of his scissors, didn't have to lay a finger on anybody there. In fact, he didn't lay a finger on anybody at all. David just wanted to be friends. And so, after this terrible turnabout 4, Melody. And I think we can say with certainty that we got tag team champions that we can be proud of, because you're winners. Fighting for real friendship. Something that Gentleman Thomas falsely claims that he wants. I only know of one entity who truly wants to be friend to all. And this tag team, now holding the titles, embodies that to perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you with great pleasure your new tag team champions. Once again, your new OC tag team champions. Let him Lynn. However, I'm not gonna cut that off just yet, because I do have to make a decision here, and I think the decision in my mind has been clear for a little bit. Also, your winners, through ghastly means, Randobot possessed David, and so we must do what we do whenever we have a tie. Because also, spiritually, if you might say, your winners, and also new tag team champions, Real and Randobot, Robo Research, additionally, tag team champs. Man, going back through to find out who actually goes on was a mess to look at, but technically we'll have 7 teams because we have like co-champions in this case, but it's still your top 6 teams, even though one of these teams was like possessing, so like it'll be interesting to see how this goes. First and foremost, let's introduce your new tag team champions. Let him Lynn and Robo Research in our first ever Ghost Victory / Tag Team Championship. It was just crazy. It was wild. It was truly wild what was going on here at the end. Teacher's Aid got second place. Killer, Shoosh, and Delta via Revival, aka like Ghostly Revival, took the next spot. Then Polarized Pink, and then Outdoor Funeral with the round that Misaki came back from the dead and then was immediately killed. And last but not least, just barely, Crop Keepers will also make it. But what I was just on the edge of my seat the entire this. When I looked at the clock, I was like, alright, this is gonna be a 30-minute episode. Then there were 10 minutes of shenanigans, which is wild to me. So, let's go through all the KOs though. And it's interesting to note, without a single KO, the 2 people who technically win, David, no KOs, and Randobot possessing him, no KOs. It was really a double peaceful victory when you think about it. However, Delta 4 KOs, Killer. I acknowledge them, they killed Gentleman Thomas, made sure that Gentleman Thomas stayed way out of the rank. Good job. Anderson with 4 KOs had some ghostly mischief all throughout the end there, but never possessed anybody. Lynn, 4 KOs as well. Shoosh had 3. Making Killer your highest killing team with 7 KOs. Good on him. Tsuchiki had 2. Felix with 2. Gentleman Thomas, we don't like to mention him. But Melody and Owen had 1 as well. Romas had 1, couldn't quite come out with the title. Was close when possessing Owen, but no, I'm sorry, was close when Mei was possessing Owen, but no cigar. Randobot, David for their teams. Have come up clutch. You love to see it. First ever co-champions in tag team action. I think I know how I want to split the belts up, because in singles action it's really easy because it's like a half black, half white design. We just have the light championship and the dark championship. But for these guys, I'm uncertain. Because it's just Star Spangled. We could just make it blue and red, but I might make it Star Spangled and then like red and white stripes, because I mean, like, that's on brand. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, you see it now. I've got a couple days to decide. But that's our match. Live chat, I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans that happened in the end there. Congratulations to Let Him Lin. Anyone who favors the Repairman always wins in my eyes, but it's nice to see them hold some titles. And hey, some more Repairman friendos might hold some titles this weekend in AWE's Ticket to Paradise major live event. Be sure to check it out. Get ready for it. It's going to be absolutely glorious. But until then, stay classy. Toodaloo, Flight Crew, Year of the Radiance. As always, congratulations once again to Robo Research and Let Him Lin, Tag Team Co-Champions. Thank you for watching. Thank you for submitting. And I don't know what order these episodes are coming out in. I almost feel like this one should be on Friday, but I don't know what I announced on the website. Whatever's on the website is just going to be true. I know what happens either tomorrow or yesterday, because that one's already recorded. Regardless, it's been fantastic in OC action. Next week, we will have regular singles and tag team action in the Danganronpa Hunger Games. But until then, toodaloo. Thanks for watching.